orientation class. Okay. You can all see the screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. This is a song. It's in Bengali, Narottam Das Thakur. Most of the Gaudiya Vaishnava songs are in Bengali itself because it started from Bengal. So all our acharyas, they speak Bengali. So it might be difficult in the initial stage, but as you practice and once you come to know that flow, you will understand as well. And you can also by heart all those songs. So yes, we'll start. Gauranga bolite habe Fulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite Nayane babe nira Gauranga bolite habe Fulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite Nayane babe nira Araka benitai chande Karuna hui re Samsara bashana mora Kabe tu chahabe Vishaya chariya kabe Shuddha bimana Kabe ham he rabo Shri Vrindavana Rupara gunata pade Koi beakuti Kabe ham puja habo He jugal priti Rupara gunata pade Rahu mora asha Pratana karo ye Narottam dasa Gauranga bolite habe Pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite Nayane babe nira Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone. Okay. Okay, attendance link will be sent in the between of the class so that we come to know that you are attending the classes. I'll say the whole procedure of level 3. Okay. Till then, please wait. So yes. So we'll start with the translation of this. Okay. So this song is said by Narottama Das Thakur, one of the great acharyas in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, and he has written so many kirtans for Lord Shri Krishna, Gauranga, right, in the Prema Bhav for the Lord. So why do we sing kirtan? First of all, I'll tell that because we normally don't know in what bhav we are, and we are neophyte, very neophyte. So when we sing the songs or the kirtans written by great acharyas, they have written with a great faith and love for Krishna. So when we repeat the same prayers or the same kirtans, what they have written or devotees have written previously, so when we repeat those prayers, although we are very neophyte, but Krishna likes to listen to their singings or their lyrics or their prayers. So in that way, we are trying to please Krishna, so that we every day, I request every day, at least Hare Krishna Kirtan you sing in your home and see the difference what happens in your mind and people around you. Okay, so try to sing Hare Krishna Kirtan. At least you keep the audio of Prabhupada singing Hare Krishna Kirtan. Okay, so you will come to know how purifying it is. So let's go to the translation of the first stanza, that is, when will that opportune moment come to us, when there will be sharing of my body as soon as we chant Lord Gauranga's name? While chanting Hare Krishna, when will that tears in the eye, where will there be a tears in the eyes? When will I obey it? 1 second. Yeah, when will I obtain the mercy of the Lord Nityananda Chandra? When by the mercy, his mercy, will the desire of the material enjoyment becomes very insignificant? When the mind is completely purified, being free from the material anxiety and desires, then I shall be able to understand Vrindavana and the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna, and then my spiritual life will be successful. When shall I be very much eager to study the whole books left by 6 Goswamis, headed by Sri Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami? By their instructions, I shall be able to properly understand the loving affairs of Radha Krishna. So who are the 6 Goswamis? Can anybody write in the chat or tell? You can raise your hand. Who are the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan? Anybody knows? I want new participants to join here. Yes. Dikshit Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan are Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and Shri Raghunath Das Goswami.
And another one, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami.
Raghunath Bhatta Goswami and
Jiva Goswami.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, very good. Very nice. So I want to make these classes interactive. I'll be asking questions here and then, so that you will be awake. At least I can come to know you are all awake. You are all listening to the class. So my only aspiration is to attain the lotus feet of 6 Goswamis, headed by Rupa Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Narottama Dasa constantly prays to attain their lotus feet. Okay. So this is the song, and I request everybody again that you start singing the kirtans. You will feel the changes in yourself. Okay, so let's start with the class. Before that, let's just offer our obeisances to Sri Sri Radha Govinda. And okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhe Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Welcome all the devotees again to the level 3 course. So you have passed the level 2 and some of you have come to level 3. So it's very nice to see all of you again here. Okay, so some of them are repeat in the sense not repeaters, some are in the rotation, that they are they have completed nectar of devotion, and some of them have first time hearing the nectar of instruction. So I'll just introduce how is this course going on. Okay. Yes. Yes. So a 0-day orientation. Today we'll not start with the first class. We'll just go through the orientation so that you can come to know what all happens in the level 3 and what you are supposed to be doing in this course. So we all pray to Sri Radha Govinda sincerely that this level 3 course will benefit all of you, and we'll know the knowledge that our acharyas have given us, and we obtain that their blessings through reading their scriptures. Okay. So this is actually a pledge, sankalpa. Even when you went to Gita 18 classes, you took some sankalpa, right? That I'll attend all the 18 classes of Bhagavad Gita. In the same way, we are also doing the same procedure here. That is Krishna Sevak pledge. I hope all of you are chanting 4 rounds and more than 4 rounds. Okay. So, so you are promising Srila Prabhupada that you are going to stay in this course and you will continue chanting the holy name of the Lord at least 4 rounds, at the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, at least 4 rounds. Okay. So I request all of you to on your videos, if you're comfortable with, on your videos and fold your hands. I want somebody to tell behind me, at least 2 people. You can raise your hand. You have to repeat these things. Yes, Shruti Mataji and another devotee can volunteer. Okay. Yes. Anyways, Harshali Mataji, if the network is fine. Okay. Yes. We'll start the pledge here that you are taking sankalpa. Okay. Everybody, please fold your hands. I want everybody to on their video at least so that we come to know everybody is active in this class. Okay. At least fold your hands and in front of Prabhupada, the Guru Maharaj, Japataka Swami Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, and Gaur Nitai and Sri Radha Govinda, we are going to take this sankalpa. I am doing this sankalpa, Mataji.
I'm doing this sankalpa
with the blessings of our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj,
of our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj,
His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada,
His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada,
Gaur Nitai,
Gaur Nitai,
and Sri Sri Radha Govinda.
and Sri Radha Govinda.
I accept Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
I accept Lord Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead.
I hereby decide to chant at least 4 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day on Japa beats.
I hereby decide to chant at least 4 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day on Japa beats.
I will complete all assignments of level 3 and refrain from eating non-vegetarian food, meat, fish, and egg, and try to lead a moral life.
I will complete all assignments of level 3 and refrain from eating non-vegetarian food, meat, fish, and eggs, and try to lead a moral life.
I will be an active devotee in the temple congregation or online.
I will be an active devotee in the temple congregation online.
And I will attain Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam classes regularly. Mataji, you can repeat. Ram Krishna Prabhu, you can repeat. I will attend Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam class regularly. You can unmute.
I will attend the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita classes and level 3 classes compulsorily.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. Okay. So I hope everybody has taken this sankalpa. And this is not just jugglery you told in the mouth and it's happened. You should take it to the heart because you're taking sankalpa in front of the Lord himself. So Okay, Shruti Mataji, you could not unmute. It's okay, Mataji. You must have told. I'm sorry. I did not see the chat. Okay, so please take this sankalpa and regularly attend the classes. Okay, so that you will be benefited by this. And strictly no vegetarian. You should be a vegetarian, and non-vegetarian food you should be refrained from eating it. Okay, this was the condition of level 3, and if you don't know, please try to it. If you cannot at this moment, it's okay, but try to refrain from it. But in level 3, I think you should live, and because till level 2 you have come and you have detailedly studied on Bhagavad Gita, and after this I think so you should try to refrain it. Okay, try in this course, like till the end of level 3. I wish that you all will be a vegetarian if you're not. Okay, so yes, so we'll continue. That is the class etiquettes. So in the sankalpa only you came to know what all conditions are there for level 3, that you should be regularly attending level 3, as well as not just attending, you should do the assignments, given assignments, because that is the homework kind of a thing, right? Why does teacher give homework? So that you won't forget the topics that has been discussed in the class, and you do it in the practice mode, right? So that assignments are very important. And you have to listen to Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam classes regularly, because this will help you in your progress in Krishna consciousness. Because first of all, it is Shravanam and Kirtanam, right? We have to hear Shravanam. You should hear from a bona fide source. Then only you will start doing Kirtanam. That's the chanting of the holy name. First you hear somebody and then you act, right? You should hear first from a bona fide source, and there is regular classes of Bhagavatam. At least Bhagavatam you try to hear, because it's there are so many devotees in ISKCON Mangalore only. They are doing Bhagavatam classes regularly, and Amnista Prabhu is taking 8 a.m. Bhagavatam class. So you try to listen to it, at least the recording of it. Okay, so, and 4 rounds is compulsory. If you're chanting 3 rounds, 2 rounds, please increase to 4 rounds. I'll check the attendance sheet from next week, so that at least you should chant 4 rounds from now. And when you go further, it's like 8 rounds and then 16 rounds. So till then it's okay, but now you start with the 4 rounds, and pray sincerely to Krishna that my chanting at least pleases him. I'll try to sincerely concentrate on what I'm chanting. At least that we should pray to Krishna. Okay. Yes. So we are doing these classes for the pleasure of Krishna, for the pleasure of Radha Govinda, for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. We should think like that. And if we think and if we are motivated by that thought, then you can easily attend these classes. If you are thinking, oh, I have to just for the certificate cause, or just for some this cause I'm doing this, then slowly the interest will go. You should always think, why I'm doing this class? Because I want to know about Krishna. I want to do sincerely devotional service to Krishna. When we think in that way, then Krishna will grant us that kind of motivation, that you will come and sit in the class before the teacher. So you should be that curious to know about the Krishna consciousness. Okay, so class etiquettes, let's see. And this class is going to be every week, Saturday, 7 p.m. Okay, because we'll take 2 hours, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. so that Sunday will be free, because many of them requested us that Sundays they have other classes, like Sadachar classes are there. Many of you are attending Sadachar classes, and some are chanting 16 rounds. They are also going to Bhakti Shastri. So during that time they might be very busy. So we thought of getting into a Saturday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. so that it will be convenient for everybody. So it's a weekly class, weekly 1 day, Saturdays, and it will be on 7 p.m. If there is a changes in the timings, we'll inform in prior to you. Okay. Yes. So about Bhakti Shastri, and this is actually a pre-Bhakti Shastri classes. Now, what is Bhakti Shastri? You might ask, because many of them, they might not know what is Bhakti Shastri, or you might have seen the form in before filling these things. Level 2 forms, right? In that there will be an option called pre-Bhakti Shastri and Sadachar. So you have opted for pre-Bhakti Shastri, and from level 2 you have come to level 3. So now what is pre-Bhakti Shastri? Bhakti Shastri is a certified course in ISKCON. So ISKCON grants you the certificate to teach. You are actually a Bhakti Shastri teacher to another person. So now we have so many degrees, right? When you complete a PhD, you get a doctor, something you get a doctor dash and dash, right? In the same way, in ISKCON, when you pass these exams of Bhakti Shastri, what happens? You will get a name prefixed to you, like Bhakti Shastri dash and dash name. So that's a kind of degree in Krishna consciousness. After Bhakti Shastri, there's Bhakti Vaibhav, that is on the basis of Bhagavatam, first to 6 cantos. Then starts Bhakti Vaibhav. Then that is Bhakti Sarvabhaum, that is you are completing all the 12 cantos of Bhagavatam. So till there is so many options, and it was a dream of Prabhupada that Krishna consciousness, it's not just the emotional thing. You come and you should know the philosophy. And Prabhupada wanted this Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Sarvabhaum should go on a university level. And ISKCON, it is trying to take this Bhakti Vedanta Institute to all the universities around the world, so that all these, whatever we are learning, it will be available in all the colleges. So it's kind of a degree, and it is said Bhakti Sarvabhaum, it is Chaitanya Charitamrita you're reading, and it's a PhD level in ISKCON. So it's such a great thing we are getting. And by mercy of Namnishta Prabhu, we are getting for free. Because if we ask any other congregation, they have to pay there. If you are taking from Mayapur or Vrindavan, you have to pay there. But we are getting so mercifully. Namnishta Prabhu is giving us so mercy that he is giving us free all these courses. So we should be very grateful to him for giving us this opportunity, and we should not miss this opportunity. I feel, because this is very fortunate thing which we are getting. So weekly attendance, as Harshali Mataji will post the attendance form now. So so now she might have posted, or she will be posting. So these attendance form, it will be a criteria for you to go to next level. Okay, either Bhakti Shastri level if you're chanting 16 rounds, or next level like level 4, level 5, in that sense. So next level, to go there, the weekly attendance, that means why we are taking attendance, to know that you are attending. And how do I study? That is, be in classes regularly and Bhakti Rikshas. In by next week there will be formation of Bhakti Rikshas. So either old Bhakti Rikshas are there, you can go to that, or new options can be created by your own if you're willing to be a Bhakti Riksha leader. So I'll be choosing some Bhakti Riksha leaders. They can be the leaders here, and they can maintain the classes weekly, 1 day, 2 days, as you're convenient with your Bhakti Riksha members. You can take the classes. And in that, why we are doing Bhakti Rikshas? Because to study, because people, we see that we have to really force people to study Prabhupada books. Prabhupada always said, study my books, not just read. You have to study Prabhupada books. You have to, each and every line you have to go through nicely and study that Prabhupada books. They are like textbooks for us. So now whatever books we are going to read, we are going to learn 3 books in level 3 classes. So all 3 books are like study materials, and we should be very clear with that. And be regular in classes, because if you miss one class also, obviously there will be a recording, but don't be fully on I'll just see the recording, I won't attend the classes. Don't do that. Please attend the classes. Why? Because it's an etiquette to attend the class, and you can just score by just seeing the YouTube recordings. That's not an issue. But when you have taken Sankalpa and you genuinely want to come to the class, attend that and ask your questions, then it becomes very nice for you and for us also. Okay. So next comes reading Srila Prabhupada books daily. With these three books, you can also read other books like Bhagavad Gita. You have already detailedly you have been gone through, and you can study those books as well. So you should read Prabhupada books. There are, if you can't read big books, don't worry. There are small books like Matchless Gift is there, Birth Again. There is a perfect question, perfect answer is there. So many small books of Prabhupada are there. You start reading those books daily, 1 page, 2 page, you start reading, and continuously when you read, you get that taste. You feel that Prabhupada is speaking to me. Whatever problems are there, you need not run to here and there. Just read Prabhupada books. Somewhere, genuinely, sincerely, when you have that problem, Prabhupada gives a solution in his books. He tells, I will never leave this world. He lives in the books. He said, I will live in my books. So you will have direct association with Prabhupada if you start reading his books. Okay. So regular submission of assignments and quiz on LMS. Now quiz on LMS, they are trying to do this LMS quiz, but I don't know when it will be happening. But till then, I'll share you the Google Forms. Once the LMS quiz is done, we'll let you know. Okay. Attentive in the class and maintain a notes. You are attending a class, Bhakti Sadachar class, you need not maintain a notes, but because it's just a Sadachar class and there is no question answer session, but still people maintain notes. Why? Because it is said that in previous yugas, when people used to be very intelligent, they used to record everything, right? Vedas were first said in mouth to mouth, like your guru says and disciple hears, and that disciple goes to another person and tells, who is lower to him, and he hears. In that way, the knowledge used to transfer because their mastak was very intelligent, right? Mastak. But now in Kali Yuga, Manda Sumanda Matayo, there is no mastak. We should have a pustak. We should write and practice and then go through. Some slokas are there, very difficult. Write them. And when you write, pronounce in your mouth. At that moment, you will come to know what you are writing, so that it will be there in your head. So maintain a notes. So on your cameras, I'm requesting you, if you're comfortable, you can on your cameras, but as an etiquette, you should on a camera. But people, they tell I can't on the camera and here and there, because you're not concentrating on the class. That's why we tell on your cameras. Then it will be an interactive session. So this is just a class etiquette, and we should try that we are sincere to the classes. And what do we learn in level 3? Anybody knows? Anybody has a hint to what we are going to learn here? What are the 3 books? You can raise your hands. Yes, Arti Mataji.
Mataji, Nectar of Instruction, Ishopanishad, and Nectar of Devotion.
Very good. Nectar of Devotion, Ishopanishad, and Nectar of Instruction. Very good. Thank you, Mataji. Yes. These 3 books we are going to study. That is Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita, and Ishopanishad, and Nectar of Devotion. Okay, Bhakti Rasamrita, Sindhu. Anybody knows who is a writer here of Nectar of Instruction? You can write in the chat. Chat is open to everybody. You can write. Who is the author of Nectar of Instruction? Yes. Yes, very good. Very good. Rupa Goswami. Okay. Even Nectar of Devotion also, Rupa Goswami. Yes, very good. Okay, Ishopanishad is a part of Upanishads. And here is Nectar of Instruction. We'll just go through a crisp interview, just a brief knowledge about Upadeshamrit. Okay, who is Rupa Goswami? As we all said, who is Rupa Goswami? And can anybody tell me what was his name previously than Rupa Goswami? before becoming Rupa Goswami or knowing as Rupa Goswami, what was his name before? Who was he? Anybody knows the history of Rupa Goswami here? Yes, you can raise your hand. Don't worry, even if it's a mistake, it's okay. Okay, you can try at least. Yes, quickly you should answer. Shiv Kumar Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I think he was a Prime Minister of that Bengal Kingdom under Muslim king. That's what I know. I forgot the name actually.
Dabir Kasan, Sakar Malik. They were two brothers, no? Rupa Goswami
Yes,
and
yes.
Sakar Goswami. Yes,
Yes,
very good.
yes, Mataji.
Yes. Can anybody tell me who actually was Rupa Goswami? What his constitutional position? Who was he in Goloka? Who is he? Rupa Goswami in Goloka. Who is Rupa Goswami in Goloka? Vijay Mataji.
Manjari.
Yes, Rupa Manjari. Very good.
Okay.
Manjaris are those who serve gopis of Krishna. So Krishna has so many gopis, and under them, all these small young girls of 7 years, 8 years girls, they serve the gopis. So they are called Manjaris, and Rupa Goswami is one of those Manjaris who is Rupa Manjari. So we are called, what we are called, who are the followers of Rupa Goswami are called as? Yes.
Mataji, Vaishnavas, Gaudiya Vaishnavas.
That's from the Gaudiya Parampara, especially for Rupa Goswami's followers. Prabhupada was there are 6 Goswamis, right? 6 Goswamis, and each Goswamis had their own disciplic successions under that. Although all are Gaudiya Vaishnavas only, but they had successions of their own disciples. If you see in Vrindavan, there are different temples, and all are Goswami's disciples only, but they have different Goswamis. So Rupa Goswami's disciples are called Rupa Anugas. Very good. Thank you everybody who has written in the chat. It's Rupa Anugas. Okay, so this is Rupa Goswami, and Srila Rupa Pranama Mantra. It is like Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam. Shri Chaitanya of Lord Chaitanya, Mana, mind, Abhishtam, what is desired, Sthapitam, established, Yena, by whom, Bhutale, on the surface of the globe. Swayam, himself, Rupa, Srila Rupa Goswami, Kada, when, Mahyam, unto me, Dadati, will give, Swa, his own, Pada, lotus feet, Antikam, proximity to. So what is the meaning? When will Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, give me shelter under his lotus feet? So all these 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, headed by Sri Rupa Goswami, they have come to establish what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted. That's the Nama Sankirtan and the worship of Radha Krishna in every town and city. And they desire the desire of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They came to fulfill it. So, and that was the reason why the 6 Goswamis and all their manjaris of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the bhav of Radharani. So to assist them, all the Panchatatvas came, and we know all these Panchatatvas, right? Lord Chaitanya is Radha and Krishna. Krishna in the bhav of Radharani. Then Nityananda Prabhu is Balram, right? Gadadhara is Radharani and Lalita Sakhi together. And Advaita Acharya, he is Sadashiva and Mahavishnu together. And then comes our Srinivas Acharya, who is Srivasacharya, who is Narad Muni. So they all came with the Lord. And the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were all the gopis of Vrindavan. They became as a man and they came. And then these disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the 6 Goswamis, all were Manjaris of Lord Krishna. So they all came. When Lord comes to establish something, even all his associates from Golok Vrindavan, they all come here with him. Right? When king comes, he won't come alone. He comes with all his ministers. In the same way, when Krishna comes, he came with all his Golok associates, Yashoda Maya, Nand Baba, Radharani, Balram, everybody he came with, right? All the gopis, even Asuras were also there because they are also eternal servants of the Lord. But then, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, because he is not other than Krishna, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna themselves. So when they came, the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they're all, or the disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all were the associates of the Lord himself. And we are so fortunate that only 500 years ago Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and Prabhupada, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predict about Prabhupada? Mora Senapati, right? My Senapati, my soldier chief will come to deliver all of these fallen souls who are in Paschatya, that means Western world. So he has come, Prabhupada. Because of Prabhupada, we could come to know who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Nityananda Prabhu, who is Krishna, who is Radharani, right? Without him, we could not come, right? So there is a song written by Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. He sings that Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, tabe ki hoito. If Prabhupada was not there, where would all of us be? So without Prabhupada, it's not possible. So he is the Rupanuga. He has come in the disciplic succession of Rupa Goswami. So when Prabhupada was in Vrindavan for 10 years, he was staying in Radha Damodar temple. And in Radha Damodar temple, there is the Samadhi of Rupa Goswami. So when Prabhupada used to be there in a very small room, if you had gone to Radha Damodar temple, you can see there Prabhupada's room where he used to stay. It's still maintained, and every day he used to sweep Rupa Goswami Samadhi floor there and cry for his mercy, so that he can get his mercy. Although Prabhupada is Nitya Siddha, he did not want anything empowered. He is already empowered by Krishna. But to show us how much mercy we need, Prabhupada cried in front of every day. 3 o'clock in the morning, he used to sweep in front of, sweep in the room. He used to clean Rupa Goswami Samadhi, and he used to cry for the mercy, so that with his mercy, he can go out and preach whatever his spiritual master has given the mission to do it. And he accomplished it. And that's why we see nectar of devotion came from there. Rupa Goswami Samadhi, Rupa Goswami decided, Rupa Goswami personally was there, and he was dictating about nectar of devotion. So it's very fortunate for us to understand this acharyas, learn their scriptures, right? First 2 books we studied only Bhagavad Gita. First 2 levels we only studied Bhagavad Gita. Now, because why are we not exposing these scriptures to the neophytes when they come to level 1? Because they won't understand these books, right? When we come to that platform to understand, the scriptures reveal themselves to us. So try to get that mercy of Rupa Goswami to understand this scriptures, because all levels, all these 3 things, all these 3 books are very highly elevated, and we could understand that that's very important. Okay. So the author is Srila Rupa Goswami, who was born in 1489 in Saraswat Brahmin family. This is the introduction, what you have already answered. He is the chief secretary or the chief prime minister of Nawab Hussain Shah, who was a Mughal king in Bengal. So he used to work, he and his brother, that is Sanatan Goswami, both were working under the prime minister of Nawab Hussain Shah. They were called as Sakar Malik and Dabir Khas and Sakar Malik. So there were titles given to them, like nowadays commander-in-chief or something, big titles we get, no? Home minister, prime minister, president, kind of titles. So in that, during that days, it was Dabir Khas, that's the prime minister, and Sakar Malik. So those were the names given to them, and they met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time in Ramakeli. So although they were Saraswat Brahmin family, they have born in, but all the Brahmins, they did not accept them as Brahmin because they were working under a Muslim king. So that kind of austerity was there during that time, and they also did not want to work under the Muslim king. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, they heard about his glories and went to Ramkeli, and they wanted to surrender to him, but then it could not happen there, so they had to come back. And then second time they went to Prayag, where Rupa Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Rupa Goswami, and that became the instructions, became the nectar of devotion. Those 10 days continuously Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave so much knowledge about devotional service to Rupa Goswami, and that book became nectar of devotion. That's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that we'll learn in the end. Because before learning about devotional service, let's understand what are the instructions given to us by the great acharyas. So he met in Prayag Dham. So he is known as Rasacharya because he exposed us to the rasas of Lord Krishna in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So his deity was Govindaji, that's Radha Govinda in Vrindavan, but now it is gone to, I think so, it's in Jaipur maybe. So the original deity, there is a replica in Vrindavan, but the original deity has gone to Jaipur. So that was his deity, personal deity, which was got to him. Okay, actually there is a story behind this Govindaji deity also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent all the 6 Goswamis to Vrindavan to get all the all kinds of, because initially what happened when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Vrindavan, all the places where Lord Shri Krishna had his pastimes with his mother, with his friends, with the gopis, all were covered. Nothing was exposed to anybody. Okay, they were covered. And to tell that this place is Vrindavan, this place is Vraja, where Lord Shri Krishna was playing with all his associates, with me. So he wanted to expose this to everybody, and he gave this instruction to find out the places of Vrindavan, Vraja, to the 6 Goswamis. So they were all finding. There are 3 main deities of Vrindavan. That is the Govindaji is one of the main deities of Vrindavan, which was installed by the grandson of Krishna. So the Govindji, and Rupa Goswami was trying to identify where the Govindji deity is. He could not find. And one day what happened, he saw a cow milking in a certain place. He came across a boy, okay, a very young boy, and he told, what are you searching for? You look very sad. And Rupa Goswami said, I'm searching for a deity which my spiritual master has ordered to install it, but I'm not finding it. I don't know where it is. Then that boy said, there is something very weird about this cow. And he showed that cow, and this goes to a certain place every day, and she starts milking automatically. Sometimes cows, they milk automatically from their breast. So it starts milking in a certain spot, and after some time they'll go away. The cow will go away. And he thought for a while, and after that boy went, and he went to that place, and he started digging from his hands. Okay, he started, and when he started to scratch the ground, he could see the Govindaji deity. Okay, he could see the Govindaji deity, and and he came to know that the boy who helped him is none other than Krishna himself, who came there to help him, because he was intensely praying Lord to reveal himself, because Krishna cannot be identified by us, he has to reveal himself. So Rupa Goswami prayed to Krishna. And here every time there is a story, there will be a cow who is maintaining the deities. That means there's so much relationship between cows and Krishna. There is so much relationship. That's why he's called Govinda, right? One is he's the enjoyer of the senses. Second is he gives pleasure to the cows. So cows were maintaining the deities, and Rupa Goswami could identify, and he installed the Govinda deities. And here, what are his other activities that he has written? That is, one is Upadeshamrita, which we are going to study. Another one is Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, which we are going to study after Ishopanishad. Okay, so between there is another two books, Vigada Madhava and Lalita Madhava, which is one describing the Goloka Leelas of Krishna. Another one is Dwarka Leela of Krishna. So both are written by Rupa Goswami. So here, that is the meeting of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami in Prayagraj. And he instructed for continuously 10 days, and that became Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. So now we'll just go through the Upadeshamrita overview. That's the Nectar of Devotion overview, instructions overview. Okay, the first 3 verses are the foundation for advancement in Bhakti. Okay, all of us hear and learn the glories to advance in Krishna consciousness, right? That is said here in the first 3 verses of Nectar of Instruction. And then in the 4th and 6th, how to engage in Sadhu Sangha, right? Our devotional service, if it has to advance, if it has to bloom, then there is a continuous need of association of the devotee, right? When we associate with a materialistic person, our point of view, our mind becomes materialistic. So to keep far from that, as much as possible, be in association with devotees. That's why we are forming small bhakti rikshas, that whatever problems, whatever things are there, you share with each other, and you become a good friends, and you start that's how the Sadhu Sangha increases. And here also Sadhu Sangha means that you should listen to the senior devotees. Okay, when I say senior devotees, not just by the age, by their knowledge also, how much they have realization, that is also very important. So next comes engaging the tongue and mind in the chanting about and remembering the Lord. And last is the best devotee and the best place for bhajans. Once you have achieved all this, who is the best devotees among all the devotees, and which is the best place for bhajan, is revealed to you in the last 3 verses. So first we'll just divide it into Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti, and Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. Even in Nectar of Devotion, we'll go through these stages detail by detail. What is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, what is Raganuga Bhakti, what is Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. We'll go in detail, but here it's given 1st to 7th verses deals with the Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Anybody knows what is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? Those who have already attended Nectar of Devotion, they might know. Other than them, what is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? At least what is Sadhana Bhakti? What is sadhana? Nobody knows? Arti Mataji?
Mataji, sadhana is all this that we do, reading, chanting of japa, reading. That is sadhana, right? When we do anything related to Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Vaidhi means what? Yes. Okay. Anybody wants to try? Thank you, Arti Mataji. Anybody else want to answer? What is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? Dinesh Prabhu?
I think it is following the rules and regulations as prescribed in the scriptures and doing the bhakti or devotion.
Thank you. Yes. Sujit Singh Prabhu, you want to add something?
Mataji, offering the devotional service under the guidance of Guru.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Prabhu. Very good. Yes, under the as spiritual master, you are following rules and regulations, as Dinesh Prabhu and Sujit Prabhu said. about Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, right? Sadhana Bhakti is the practice. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is following the rules and regulations and doing the practice as said by your spiritual masters. Okay, 1 second. And then comes Raghanuga Bhakti. Now, what is Raghanuga Bhakti? That is, now you're practicing, right? Most of you are not going to Mangalarti. Now, some of them are telling you to go to Mangalarti, attend. It's very nice for the advancement in Krishna consciousness, right? Prabhupada said, morning sadhana is the best for your advancement in Krishna consciousness. Because without morning sadhana, without morning program, you can't really advance in Krishna consciousness. It's not possible. If you're get upping at 7 o'clock in the morning and then you're telling, I will follow, I will advance in Krishna consciousness, that's not possible. Why? Because acharyas, when they set a rules to us to follow, they have set with the consciousness how, like a mother, right? Like a teacher, when they give us certain topics to be written, or when they give us instructions, they have thought how is your thought process, and they have given perfect instructions to us according to our behavior, right? So Prabhupada or acharyas, when they give us some instructions, they have thought about our welfare, because Prabhupada knows that without a morning sadhana you can't advance. That's why he's stressing on morning sadhana. You have to attend Mangalas, you have to chant your rounds in the morning, so that our entire day becomes peaceful. You should listen to Bhagavatam class. Why Prabhupada is stressing more? As you hear more, you know to you advance more, right? What is the first quality of devotional service? That you hear. Shravanam is the first thing. If that is not there, then advancement, I'll just chant and sit, that's not possible. So Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is very important, following the rules and regulation given by our acharyas. And next comes Raganuga Bhakti. That is, now you are practicing, and after certain years of practice, it becomes a habit to you. And it's not just out of stress. Oh, somebody, my spiritual master, he told me, that's why I'm doing. Now our condition is exactly like that, because we are neophyte. We don't have realizations, we don't have the knowledge exactly what it is. So we just do whatever teachers tell us or spiritual master tell us. But after coming to stage where we realize what we are doing, and we start loving Krishna with the heart, total surrenderance, or at least that small love for Krishna comes, and that turns into Raganuga Bhakti. You start by yourself. Oh, now it's 4:30. Now Mangalarti will start. I should see that. I should go that. That eagerness will come to you on the due course of time. Okay, that's from Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti to Raganuga Bhakti. That is discussed in the 8th text. And then comes Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. That's after Raganuga Bhakti. That's the topmost stage. So that's very intense, that you're fully surrendered to Krishna, and that prema has come. That's what we want, Krishna prema, right? That's the main intention of a devotee, that he gets after so many long processes. So first starts with Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, and we are going to discuss about Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti more in further classes. And these instructions are based on these 3 types of bhaktis. Okay, so 1 second. Yes, I'll just stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And another thing is that some of them have already completed Nectar of Devotion. Can you please raise your hand, whoever has completed Nectar of Devotion in previous batch? Okay. You can come to know how many of you are listening to the class when you raise your hand. Because some people, they keep the mobile and they go to some other work. So such people is not good. So how many of you have completed Nectar of Devotion in previous batch? Okay. There's 9 people only. Okay. Yes. So others, so you have pending, right? you all are pending to complete the nectar of instruction and Ishopanishad. Okay, so yeah, some are pending in that. These two books are pending, so it will go in rotation. So nectar of instruction will give, and after that the completion of assignment, then Ishopanishad will start, the completion of that assignment of Ishopanishad, and then you can go to next level. Okay, so any questions regarding this? Yeah, all three are pending, in the sense you are starting this batch, so need not worry, you'll complete all these three. So I'm just stressing on those people who have completed only nectar of devotion, because that was the last book for them, and they joined during that last book, so they can complete these two books. So others, you are coming to this course for the first time, so you will complete nectar of instruction, then Ishopanishad and nectar of devotion, and then go to the next level. Okay, yes. Any questions regarding today's class on Rupa Goswami or any other topics you have, you can raise. Others can lower their hands, and others can also